Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Tesla Daily Investor. So today what I'm going to do is we're going to do a deep dive into one of the most explosive investment opportunities for the decade, I think, which is MicroStrategy. I will be breaking down exactly why I'm investing and why I'm looking to hold it for the next 5 years and why you might want to do the same. So let's get into it. So the first thing is, what is MicroStrategy? So basically, MicroStrategy is a software company, but let's be honest, today it's basically a leveraged Bitcoin ETF. MicroStrategy hold over 190,000 Bitcoins, making them one of the largest corporate Bitcoin holders in the world. That's over $10 billion in Bitcoin at current prices. And Michael Saylor, the CEO, he isn't stopping. Instead of buying Bitcoin directly, what you can do is you can buy MicroStrategy stock and get exposure to Bitcoin with extra upside. Why? Because of something called leverage. So number two, what is the power of leverage? So the power of leverage is it's just better to buy MicroStrategy compared to buying Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin goes up by 10%, MicroStrategy just doesn't go up by 10%. It can go up by 15, 20, or even more. That's because MicroStrategy borrows to buy Bitcoin, amplifying the returns for shareholders. Now, leverage, is very risky, but in a bull market, you can make a lot of money. But in a bear market, your position could go down. So you have to be, able to handle the volatility. So number three, I think that the Bitcoin bull run is just getting started again. Bitcoin recently broke past 50,000 up to 100,000 and it's marching towards its all-time highs again. Historically, Bitcoin price explodes after every halving, and the next one will come in another 3 years time. So the last one was in April 2024. If history repeats itself, Bitcoin could be headed for 200,000 or more by 2025, end of 2025. MicroStrategy benefits more than any other company because their balance sheet is almost entirely of Bitcoin. So in the past, I've bought Bitcoin, I've struggled to hold it, I've sold it, I've bought it, I've sold it, and now my strategy is 100% clear. What I do is I buy MicroStrategy in my investment ISA, stocks and shares ISA, and once I've maxed out my ISA, what I do, I invest it in my SIPP, which is a pension in the UK. So you get preferential tax benefits from it, you get tax relief, which is why I'm doing it through an ISA and through a SIPP. I can't ordinarily buy any Bitcoin through my ISA or SIPP. So this is the perfect solution if you want exposure to Bitcoin. So number four, Michael Saylor has a genius strategy. So Saylor has been ahead of the curve since 2020, I think, when he first started buying Bitcoin for MicroStrategy. While other companies hold cash that loses value due to inflation, MicroStrategy holds Bitcoin, an asset that is designed to appreciate over time. He has actually issued debt at ultra low interest rates to buy more Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes to $200,000 plus, MicroStrategy stock could absolutely skyrocket. So remember, number five, remember this is a 5-year investment thesis. So why should you hold MicroStrategy for the next 5 years? So number one, Bitcoin scarcity. There is only 21 million Bitcoins ever that can be mined. So demand is exploding while supply is shrinking. Number two, institutional adoption. BlackRock, Fidelity, and other giants are buying into Bitcoin as well. And also, number three, global de-dollarization. So this is quite interesting. Countries are looking for alternatives to the US dollar, and Bitcoin is a prime candidate. So number four, there are a few more that I want to get through. So number four, MicroStrategy's aggressive strategy. So they're not just holding Bitcoin, they're buying more and more at every point. They're like just buying whenever they can get a hold of it, or whenever they issue debt, they take the money and buy more Bitcoin. So there's massive upside potential as well. So if Bitcoin 5x, is MicroStrategy could 10x or more due to leverage. Now Bitcoin is explosive as it is. So if it does go up MicroStrategy will be even more explosive. But then what you have to understand is if Bitcoin does go down, then MicroStrategy will go down. So I'm mentally prepared for MicroStrategy to go down 50, 60, even 70%. But I do know, looking at past experience, that it will come back up again. So what are the risks? Number 6, I'm just going to go through the risks now. What I think is no investment is without risk, and MicroStrategy is no exception. So the first risk that I've identified is Bitcoin's volatility. So if Bitcoin drops, then MicroStrategy will drop even harder. So you have to understand that. The second risk is debt risk. So if interest rates stay high, borrowing more and more to buy Bitcoin becomes more expensive. So if interest rates were to go down, then MicroStrategy would be able to buy even more. And number 3, the third risk that I think is regulation. So government could crack down on Bitcoin, but this seems less likely with ETF approvals. But personally, I believe that the upside far outweighs the downside. So I just want to go through my final thoughts now and why I'm buying MicroStrategy. So I buy Tesla, I buy MicroStrategy, and I buy Nvidia. My second most conviction stock is MicroStrategy, and the reason is MicroStrategy is one of the best ways to supercharge your Bitcoin exposure with leverage through your ISA or your SIPP, as long as you're able to handle the volatility and your investment horizon is between 5 and 10 years. So I think Bitcoin is heading into a historical big bull run, and MicroStrategy is perfectly positioned to benefit from that. So if you believe in Bitcoin over the long term, MicroStrategy could be, for me, I think it could be a life-changing investment over the next 5 years. So I'm holding, and the question is, are you? So leave a comment below if you're holding, what your investment horizon is, how long you're planning to hold it, the most important question is, I think, how you handle the volatility. So leave a comment below and let me know what you're thinking, and make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss my daily investment updates. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Just to also say, I know that these videos are a bit rusty at the moment. My presentation skills are not as good as they could be, but I'm going to be constantly doing research, putting out videos every day to try and improve this, try and get better. So I'm trying to grow my subscriber base to 2,000. At the moment it's 1,000. I'm trying to get it up to 2,000. So if you like these updates, if you like these little theses, little conviction videos, then let me know and I will be producing more. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the